Oh, I just. Damn it.
Go.
Session stream.
What are you doing?
You've been around, you've been around, but you're running down. Open the lane, swallow your pain, forget the
All right. I think we're getting ready to start here. I think it's all working. And yeah, it's been a moment since I've done a YouTube live stream. So I kind of forgot how everything worked. I had to figure all that out again today. So, all right. So we're here today. If anybody has any questions, I've been doing a lot of Twitch live streams, and I know that some people didn't really get a chance to ask some questions. Actually, Acoustic Wisdom, he was asking on one of my streams. I thought he was going to show up from another one. He wanted to ask a question, and I never got to hear from him. So hopefully he'll be here tonight and ask his question. And I'm in the meantime, until somebody's got a question, I'm going to work. I've got a little mix I got to work on that I'm kind of behind on because I've been trying to do too many things. And then when we get some more people on, we'll talk about questions and all that, and then I'll also talk about what I've been doing on Twitch. I've got a new show, and I finally had my first official stream of that. It took me about a month to get all the technical stuff worked out, but I think it's working pretty good. So I'll be doing another one of those on this Wednesday night, and then it'll end up being every other week. But in the meantime, until we've got people asking questions, I'm going to work on a mix. So yeah, let's go to Ableton, and I'm just going to do a little work. And Kit, you just keep an eye on the chat there, and if anybody's got any questions, I will answer questions. And hopefully I can get some headway done on this thing without Walter getting mad at me. I'm sorry about this extra microphone here. I don't want to move it because it's set up for my mandolin. I didn't finish my mandolin part last night.
No problem.
I'm going to finish the mandolin tonight, I swear. Really? No, really. Overloading over there. Do the mandolin part.
Yeah,
I'm proud of that.
it's pretty.
Actually kind of came from a mistake that I edited his guitar wrong, and I put one guitar part over another guitar part,
Oh.
and it created this here because he's going. So he's going dun 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 dun. He goes to this other part. This part right here he goes. And then this next part, I kept this descending part on one of the guitars. And then I added in, I'm still working on the mandolin part, but then I put this part on there, the mandolin. So I ended up going. I think that's kind of cool. If anybody's got any questions, speak on up. I'm just working until I have somebody ask me a question. Then we're open for questions. I think I'm compressing this part here, or limiting this part too much, though. Oh, yeah. Maybe somebody will come in and ask a question. So I'm working. I'm going for an hour. And then I'm going to keep working. goddamn questions, man, I'm ready to talk. Somebody got something to say? Somebody got a question? You got a question for me? That's what I'm here for. Yes, I am putting delay on bass. But then it all needs to go away there. I mean, might as well mess around with some of the shots, I guess. I like that angle there. I think that's a cool angle. On that.
daughter's running late, but these presents just can't wait here all night. But I know what my mom would say. I know you're only here for the day. It's good to have you with us, good to be together, good to be right here by your side. It's good to see you happy, good to see you healthy. It's good to have you home. It's good to be home. It's been too long.
Not sure if that gets too jazzy. A little bass part in there.
It's good
Could
to
go.
be home. It's been too long.
Or I could add this part in too.
It's good to be home. It's been too long. Good to be with you.
Don't you have an opinion? Did you hear what? Did you hear the difference?
I wasn't fully listening.
Okay. When the
Sorry.
Hume says, check this out, you listen. Check it out. Here's one way of doing it.
It's good to be home. It's been too long.
Or I have this bass part in.
It's good to be home. It's been too long. Good to be with.
I mean, it's a pretty bass part, and it adds some depth.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know, I'm still thinking about that.
It's good to have you home.
Got the harmonies.
It's good to be home. It's been too long. Good to be with you. Good to be together. Having the best day of my life. It's good to be happy. Good to be healthy. It's good to be home. This year we can't go home for Christmas. I know my folks back home, yeah, they're gonna miss us. I'll be home for Christmas.
I think it's a pretty cool song. Still working on this mandolin part.
This year we can't go home for Christmas. I know my folks back home, yeah, they're gonna miss us. But imagine their surprise if I could secretly just fly on home right now. I'd knock on Daddy's door and say I love you even more until he cried.
Oh, yeah.
And I know what my mom would say. I know you're only here for the day. It's good to have you with us. Good to be together. Good to be right here by your side. It's good to see you happy. It's good to see you healthy. It's good to have you home.
Can I get this at 6? There we go.
We'd sit around the table and pass the cheer around. My brother on my left and all these children running round. My sisters talk of everything that's wrong and how to make it right. My daughter's running late, but these presents just can't wait here all night. This year we can't go home for Christmas. I know my folks back home, yeah, they're gonna miss us. But imagine their surprise if I could secretly just fly on home right now. I'd knock on Daddy's door and say I love you even more until he cried. And I know what my mom would say. I know you're only here for the day. It's good to have you with us. Good to be together. Good to be right here by your side. It's good to see you happy. This year we can't go home for Christmas. I know my folks back home, yeah, they're gonna miss us. But imagine their surprise if I could secretly just fly on home right now. I'd knock on Daddy's
Jake,
door
what's up,
and
man?
say I love you even more until he cried.
Mr. Jake Arnold.
And I know what my mom would say. I know you're only here for the day. It's good to have you with us.
Well, Jake, not many people asking questions tonight, but you're here. Here, show them some of the shots here. I've been working on my setup here for Twitch. I've been focusing a lot on Twitch lately. So I've got a bunch of different camera shots here. How many cameras I got in here? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2. I got 5 cameras in here right now. And there's a 6th one in the other room when we do our mixing streams. And, you know, been working on this thing. But yeah, this is a Christmas song. This is by Walter Finley. I'm just working on the mix till somebody asks a question. That's why I'm here. I'm here to answer some questions. But if you ain't gonna ask any questions,
Rice burners here.
then, hey, Rice Burner, I'm gonna work on this mix, man.
This year we can't go home for Christmas. I know my folks back home, yeah, they're gonna miss us.
Hey, Billy, are those diffuser panels do-it-yourself?
Oh yeah, are you on my full view here? Yeah. The diffuser panels are definitely something everything's something I make for the most part. You know, I built several of my own studios, and when I built this one, this is in the basement of my house. I didn't really have the money to go buy panels as usual, and so I started doing research on diffuser panels, and it got really confusing, and there was math involved. So what I did is I just basically, here, let me try this
See.
camera. Go to the shitty camera, Crystal.
Shitty cam.
So basically what I did was I just got slats of wood and made a frame. How do I, I'm having to do everything opposite with the camera. And it's nothing fancy. It's just slats of wood. They're all at different angles, and it's just like screws holding them in, so I can actually shift the angle. So all of them are slightly different angles. But the idea is just to get the sound from bouncing back at me. And then the other panels here, you see these taller ones, those are a mixture of pine and probably like oak flooring. They're actually angled a little bit down. So once again, it's not pointing right back at me. And actually, if you look at the room view, go to the room view.
I just pushed it.
Yeah. So I have those, and then on this other wall back here, once again, more diffusion, because I ended up making this room way too dead when I built it, so I'm trying to put some life back into it. But yeah, I made those diffusers myself. Oh, hey man, Vlee Vision. Hey man, if anybody's got any questions, I'm here to answer any questions. I've got Ableton open and Pro Tools. And if anybody's got questions about mixing or plugins or anything, thanks, Jake. Yeah, thanks. I've spent the last 2 months setting up the studio to do live streams on Twitch, and we do these mixing streams that I just started last Friday, where we actually have other mixers in the other room watching me mix. It's kind of interesting. So you're watching a mixer mix a song while another mixer makes commentary about my mixes. And then we also have regular session streams where we get in here, we work on a song, and we'll create something from scratch, and some of those streams will go 6 or 7 hours long. but we need all the camera angles. And the next thing I got to do, Jake, is organize my guitar cables, because sometimes I'm in the middle of a stream, I'm setting up guitar and I'm pulling out a bass and all that, and I end up with this cable spaghetti under my feet. So the next thing is got to organize all that stuff. Yeah, dude, it looks like a totally new spot. I was actually thinking about you yesterday. Like, at some point, you should probably come over and work on a song. Like, because everything I'm doing is either kind of hip-hop pop or 80s. I haven't done any heavy, rock shit in a while. I'm kind of ready to rock out, dude. So write a song and come on my stream.
And Jake, I still have your jar of honey that you bought.
Oh, and Jake, you never got your honey. Come on, man.
Oh, that's me.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, and Jake, if you come over, we will cover your face because we know we don't want you to show your face to anybody. Well, I'm going to get back to mixing, and tell you something. Come on, somebody ask me a complicated question. Ask me something I don't know the answer to. And I'll make something up. I assure you.
I knew you were only here for the day. It's good to have you with us. Good to be together. Good to be right here by your side. It's good to see you happy. It's good to see you healthy. It's good to have you home. We'd sit around the table and pass the cheer around. My brother on my left, and all these children running around.
Oh, yeah.
My sister's
Glenn Campbell. Yeah.
That's wrong.
I didn't even think about that.
Make it right.
So right. Love Glenn Campbell.
My daughter's running late, but these presents just can't wait here all night. But I know what my mom would say.
Scott Cody Music says, how can I get better separation or definition between two acoustic guitars?
It's good to have you with us. Good to
Sorry. All right, I had to finish
Sorry.
moving that plugin over. Separation definition between two acoustic guitars. I mean, normally I just pan them like really far apart. On this song, I mean, it was a little easier on this one because we have let me scroll down here. I'm not very organized on this song. He's got his main guitar. Yeah, he's gone. Oh, no, that's the octave. His main guitar is doing this. And then I had him playing an octave up. So there's that, of course. But normally I pan things really far apart. So if I'm doubling an acoustic or they're playing something similar, in the verses, maybe I pan them 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And then in the choruses, I'll pan them hard pan all the way across. I'm into panning. I just try to get things far apart. That's the number one thing. The other thing, too, is EQing them a little differently. And keep in mind, when a lot of people work with acoustic guitars, they're always boosting the 10K and 12K. But, man, there's a lot of action happening on an acoustic guitar in the mid-range, anywhere from 600, up to 2 or 3K. And the different guitars, if they're different acoustics, will have something unique about them. So sometimes I'll find a cool little notch. Sometimes it's even down 900. It seems like a weird place, but you'll find this rich tone, and I'll boost it 2 or 3 dB at a narrow bandwidth. And the other acoustic, maybe I'll boost it in another area. So those are some of the things that I do. Yeah, EQing is the main thing. And sometimes what's cool, if you're doubling them, what I like to do, it just depends on what kind of song I'm working on. But sometimes I'll capo the second guitar. I'll play the same chords, but I'm doing it in a different position, So let's say if you're playing an open guitar and you're doing a G chord, if you capoed it, you'd be doing an E chord fingering, but it's a G. But because it's capoed, the tone is different. So that can help as well. Sure, man. And let me know if you got any other questions.
We'd sit around the table and pass the cheer around. My brother on my left and all these children running round. My sisters talk of everything that's wrong and how to make it right. My daughter's running late, but these presents just can't wait here all night.
Oh, I need the de-esser here too.
But I know what my mom would say. I know what my mom would say. I know you're only here for the day. It's good to have you with us.
Jake is saying, don't know Ableton. Are plugins cross-compatible? Don't think they're like VST, but can Pro Tools plugins work on Ableton and vice versa? So Ableton is reading VST. I mean, like the built-in plugins, no. They're like their built-in plugins won't work. And they're just proprietary. And I actually use a lot of the built-in Ableton plugins. Their EQ is really cool. I actually like the compressor, man. I can do a lot with their compressor. But they read VSTs and AU, audio units. So I'm using some of the same plugins in here that I'll use in when I downloaded, like when I installed FabFilter stuff, it installs like the AAX version for Pro Tools. I think that's what it is now, and audio units and VST. But the built-in ones, forget it, man. And there's some pretty cool ones in here, but it's only for Ableton. I love Ableton, dude. I love working. Not great for bands, and I kind of, now that I'm into this song or this project, I'm second guessing why I did it in Ableton. It probably would have been better to do in Pro Tools because I had to do way more editing than I thought I would. But hey, I was in here, so I might as well stay where I started. Yes, Walter Finley.
Depends on the plugin.
Yeah,
then.
it'll depend on the plugin. Like some are, as long as they're VST or AU, it'll work in anything that uses those plugins. But the built-in plugins, the built-in Ableton plugins aren't going to work. You know, like I use their delays and their EQs all the time. But I like this guy here. I use this plugin here in Pro Tools and Ableton because when I bought it, it came with AAX, VST, and AU. Also, like my wave stuff, like these de-essers here. Same plugin I'm using. Oh, and of course, the great channel strip. That is, I'm using I think this is a VST version of it, but I've got the AAX version. And of course, Melodyne, which, hold on, went to my other screen. Melodyne loads up and all this stuff. So, why is it? Oh, here we go. Melodyne. I don't know if many of you people ever use this. It's like for tuning vocals and all that. It's not auto-tuned. You actually got to go in and do it by hand. But I love this plugin. But yeah, that's what I'm using. All right, let me see about balancing these vocals. I don't know if I should pan them so far. Yeah, you said Studio One. Well, Jake, just so you know, I actually have a PC in the studio here now. I'm still doing the music on Mac, but all the streaming stuff right now is on PC, which about made me go freaking crazy because I don't know anything about PCs, but I've been told that they're better for streaming, and I couldn't do it all. I couldn't do the music and the cameras and the streaming all on one computer, so I had to, somebody built me a PC, thank God, Ray Taylor, who is amazing, and built me a whole PC. So I'm actually running two computers right now, but on my Mac, which is actually a Hackintosh, I went ahead and took a hard drive and installed the Windows operating system on there, and I'm going to slowly start moving over to Windows because Mac is driving me freaking crazy. I don't want to spend that money anymore. And there's like too many security issues as far as the video stuff is concerned. So I bought a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K camera, which came free with the new version of DaVinci Resolve. But I couldn't put it on my long story. It's on my Windows computer. So I was slowly moving over to Windows. Yes, welcome to the dark side. I know, blasphemy. Isn't it crazy, Jake? Like if you know me a long time ago, I never would have gotten onto a Windows computer. But man, at a certain point, I just want to get the damn work done. And then when I built this computer here, which is a Hackintosh, and they're kind of becoming obsolete. You can't do it anymore. I spent like around $2,000 on this computer, and it's a badass computer. But if I were to get that same kind of power out of a Mac, I would have had to spend like $6,000 or something like that. I'm over that stuff, man. I'm not gonna spend that kind of money. So, but the Windows thing was driving me nuts because when I started putting together the streaming platform, I had so many audio issues. So like, I didn't realize that if you go to your control panels, there's actually the old control panels. So if you go to your or you do the little Windows button and you type in control, it brings up the old sound control panel, which allows you to do more. But apparently there's a third hidden sound control panel on this thing that is somehow like part of the motherboard that Ray told me about that was part of my issue. So I have 3 sound control panels. And then the other thing that's weird about Windows is that every time I put a new piece of hardware on, it downloads some damn thing that, like my webcams, it wants to use the sound off that, and it keeps trying to switch over my default audio to a damn webcam, and I have to keep setting it. So it's driving me nuts. I'm learning it. Did we freeze?
I don't think so.
Hold on, let me look at my. Now I'm working here. I think we're still live. Oh, hey. Chris, what's up, man? Yeah, dude. Not frozen. Yeah, I'm glad. Chris, you need to come over, man. You need to come over and you ought to just come over, man, and hang out. Wednesday night, Chris, if you're still living near here, you need to come out for my mixing stream. I'm going to have Devin Johnson will be commenting on my mixes. Actually, let me show you guys, if y'all are interested. Crystal, give me a second here. I'm going to load up a little example of what we did on Friday. And this is an example of how we're going to be doing these mixed live streams.
Cool, Chris. He's in downtown Dawsonville now.
Oh, damn, dude. Cool.
Like from like working on all the country music to like crazy trap or R&B music, people are like, how do you do it? It's just country and rock songs. We'll see Billy specifically do that, and
Right.
it's changed my.
I still got to balance out these 808s more. So the way it works is while I'm mixing, Luke over here, Luke Campolietta, who's another mixer and has worked with me, he makes comments on my mixes. Wednesday night, it's actually going to be Devin Johnson, who is another mixer I worked with, and they're both professional mixers. Usually Jim is moderating and helping out. Jim couldn't make it in, so we had Crystal, and then I'm there. So I'll be mixing, and he talks about what I'm doing.
In Northern Town. You know, Billy's got a great YouTube video about that.
Ooh, that's cool.
It's pretty.
I'm going to try to find something where he's saying something about my mixing.
And it also focuses the sound that you're trying to do, because if you get rid of that mud, you can then turn it up.
Right.
as gold, forever you will stay.
Maxim's wondering if Valhalla plugins are still free.
I think there's a free version, but now I think you have to pay for them. But they're so affordable.
But that's just, you can switch back to a camera view. But that's an example, guys, of what I've been setting up for my mixing live streams. So Wednesday night, Chris, you're welcome to come and hang out and watch the whole process. There's going to be a few people here. I'll probably be mixing one of Slade's songs. Slade is an artist that I started working with. And we've done I think 5 songs on these streams.
Is it up to 5 now? That's cool.
I think one of them sucks. So let's just say it was 4, but they're actually really good. He's going to be here. Devin will be commenting. Jim will be kind of running the cameras and asking questions. Yeah, Chris, 7 till I'm going to try to keep the mixing streams to 3 hours because it got too long before. So 7 to like 9. So man, come and hang out, dude. You're welcome to come hang, dude. I'd really appreciate it, especially since a lot of my career happened because of you kind of making me do some shit. So come on out, dude.
Instigator.
The instigator. I have instigators in my life, you know. All right, I'm gonna mix. Somebody ask me another question. Come on, man. I'm here to answer some questions. This is like ask me anything. Nobody's asked me anything hardly at all, man. I want to answer some questions. Anyway, here I'm gonna mix a little bit.
It's good to have you with us. Good to be together. Good to be right here by your side. It's good to see you happy. Good to see you healthy. It's good to have you home. It's good to be home. It's been too long. Good to be with you. Good to be together. Having the best day of my life. It's good to be happy. Good to be healthy. It's good to be home. This year we can't go home.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to put these guys in there. I forgot about this.
This year we can't go home for Christmas. I know my folks back home, yeah, they're gonna miss us. I'll be home for Christmas.
Yeah, I wonder if I should put these in another part of the song.
This year we
Chris wonders, can he bring his warm audio bus comp and the electron analog heat? He's sure he's using them completely wrong.
Oh yeah, bring them over, dude. Yeah, bring them over. Hell yeah. Absolutely. You're also going to trip over the what I've done to the studio in the basement because when's the last time he was here?
I don't know.
I was interviewing for the documentary, which I hadn't gotten much work done on, but I think that was maybe before this room got done in here.
Oh, the other room.
Yeah, the other room. So you're going to kind of trip. A lot has happened. Yeah, bring that stuff over, and then after the stream we can talk about it, or who knows, maybe we'll talk about it during the stream. We'll see. But yeah, bring it over for sure.
What is the meaning of life, Mr. Adams? And there is a correct answer. I know the answer to that.
I forgot. What was it?
42.
But did anybody ever figure out what?
We asked the wrong question.
We asked the wrong question. Yeah. Well, you stumped me on that one. Damn, it said ask me anything. You got me.
This year we can't go home for Christmas. I know my folks back home, yeah, they're gonna miss us.
Maybe I'll put that after the first chorus. Oh, it's doing that. Oh, I'm pasting on the wrong track. There we go. I swear that thing's maybe 2 milliseconds late, and I can hear it being late. What is wrong with me? My God. I mean, seriously. It's like, oh, the Glockenspiel is late.
It's good to have you home. sit around the table and pass the cheer around. My brother on my
So what's the
left.
best breakfast cereal?
Ah, well, okay, now we're getting down the nitty gritty of things here. The best breakfast cereal. You know, that all depends. I would say that depends. Are you talking like kind of sugary stuff or healthy or mid-healthy? If you're talking about sugary, it also depends on your state of mind. So if you want talking sugary and you kind of have this thing where you like pain or you like to punish yourself or you like to go through hard things, then I'd say Captain Crunch. The key with Captain Crunch is milk has to be as cold as it could possibly be without freezing. That's a must. But here's my thing. I don't like my Captain Crunch to get soggy because I want to put it in my mouth and rip up my gums and the roof of my mouth. I just want to rip up my mouth. So I pour the cold milk in the bowl and I pour just enough Captain Crunch in there that I get about 4 or 5 spoonfuls because if you take longer, they start going soggy. So I'm constantly pouring small amounts of Captain Crunch in there. If you're talking like more healthy cereal, man, I've been getting into like some granola stuff mixed with, get this, Cheerios. Because what's really cool is sometimes if you got the right kind of granola cereal and it's like small little pieces, they'll get stuck in the hole of the Cheerios. So sometimes when you get the Cheerios, it's like, oh, there's granola mixed in there. I used to get into like, why are you laughing at me? This is serious stuff, man.
I know.
Cheerios with Rice Krispies is good too because sometimes the Rice Krispies get in the little hole too. Same thing with Rice Krispies though. You can't have soggy Rice Krispies. So sometimes Cheerios can get a little soggy, but you got to keep the Rice Krispies right here and just only pour a little bit of the Rice Krispies in at a time so that you have the semi-soft Cheerios with the super crunchy Rice Krispies, right? I'm trying to think of other cereals that I would, you know what, I would have to say the absolute best, at least for the last 3 years, has been the one that will, like, if we get it, we'll eat a box of this stuff in one sitting, me and the boys.
Yes.
Honeycomb.
It's gone. Yeah.
Honeycomb.
There's no keeping it.
Although Kix, K-I-X, is kind of like starting to we bought 2 boxes of Kix.
And they were gone.
Griffin and Julian ate a whole box in one night.
Together.
Just sitting at the kitchen table. So Honeycomb's kind of like the king around this house right now. Like that's what everybody wants, you know.
Okay. So,
hold on. Tinjal Joe cereal.
Yeah.
Now, you wouldn't actually want to eat this stuff because it's not really, it's like, you know, it's just a bunch of weird cereal mixed together. But this was a promotional thing I did with one of my bands. We had our own cereal, and you would open it up, and there was a cassette inside in a Ziploc bag. That's how long ago this was. It was a cassette. But in all seriousness, oh, hold on. Oh, Kaboom was good. There he is, Jim. Kaboom.
Jimmy.
Yes, sir. Kaboom was. It's sad that it's gone. I can't even talk about Kaboom because it went away, and Kaboom was one of the most amazing cereals. It actually was sweet without being too sweet. It had marshmallows, but it wasn't too sweet because they totally ruined Lucky Charms. Like I remember as a kid thinking, God, I wish they had more marshmallows. And then, they added an extra type of marshmallow. And then a few years later, they added another marshmallow. And then I went for years without eating any Lucky Charms. And then I went back and bought a box a few years ago, and it was just like, God, there's so many marshmallows. I was chewing my mouth got stuck. Oh, my teeth. It was disgusting. Too many marshmallows. They just took it too far. So the hell with Lucky Charms is all I'm going to say.
Okay, so Jake wonders, he says he might have missed something, but what kind of guitar, what mic on the guitar, and what vocal mic? I'm assuming on this song.
Oh, on this song? Okay, let me show you. I did a triple mic system. I was using... okay, let me play it for you. So I had 3 mics. I had probably, it looks like I had a Neumann TLM 103, which is one of these. Well, Jake, you know what a Neumann TLM 103, but for those who don't,
Oh,
yep.
sorry.
This right here is a Neumann TLM 103. This would have been sat in front of the guitar, kind of, like down near the hole. And then I think I had either two AKG 414s kind of off, kind of like this. And actually I have a video about using 3 microphones on a guitar, and Crystal's going to look up the link for that real quick. But I probably have those out a little bit. So what I do is I take the main guitar and it's up the middle, and then the 2 mics, you got to really spend some time working on the phase. They're blended in there, and it really is a cool sound. And then I'll pan the middle mic, and let me show you. I'll solo up this guitar here. So this is it. This is his guitar with all 3 mics. Now I'm going to turn off the 2 extra mics. Now I'm going to turn the extra mics back on. And I'll tell you what, it's subtle, but it adds this kind of like kind of a very natural sound to it, because the thing with 1 mic, it just always sounds like the guitar is just kind of one-dimensional. So this kind of adds like this effect like you're in the room with them as well. So that's what I did. And I think it was TLM 103 and 2 414s, or sometimes I'll use 2 Josephsons, which are small diaphragm condensers. I know they're around. I think I put them away. Sometimes I'll use those. Now, there's another multi-mic technique that I got from Gary Pachoza, and I made a video about it. It's actually, I think, the best 2-mic system I've ever used. I made a video about it. It's on my Patreon, and it's for my patrons to watch. But I hadn't used that miking technique in years, and I tried it for this video last week, and it was like, oh my God, it sounded so good. I'm gonna have to use that again. No, Jim, Slade is not here tonight. Slade? Oh, the skeleton Slade. Do you mean Slade Skelly? No, he's in the other room. But the real live Slade, the non-skeleton version, will be here Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah. Did you see? Jake says he just got a pair of Pittman Designs DT1 that he'd love to bring over.
What are those?
You've never used them. A review would be awesome.
Hold on, let me look that up. Pittman Designs DT1. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna look that up. Somebody's talking gear here. Hold on. Bumpa. Oh, whoa! Why did I do that? Let me go to another tab here. Oh. Wait, why? Oh, I'm on the wrong keyboard. That's the thing about having 2 computers, and one's Mac, and one. Oh God, I can't. Why? Sorry. I'm trying to copy out of OBS, and the other thing is not only I have to use 2 keyboards, but the controls for copying and pasting are completely opposite. So sometimes I'm over here so freaking confused, and I'm on the wrong damn keyboard. Hold on. Here we go. I'm going to type it in. Pittman Designs. I've not heard of these images. Oh wow. What are they? Small diaphragm condensers? Wow. Interesting. Yeah, bring them over, Jake. Hell yeah. We'll do a stream on it or something like that. Oh, did you find the video for the 3-mic system?
No, I'm working on that.
Yeah, I started that whole spreadsheet.
That would be a little helpful.
I know. I mean, my God, there's just so many things I'm trying to do. Like, even today, I was like having to redo my overlays for YouTube because I've been doing so much Twitch lately.
You've been twitching?
I've been twitching.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, man. Bring them over. I'll check them out for sure. I always wish I had more mics. I still don't even own any ribbon mics, which is kind of crazy. You'd think I would own some by now, but the ones I want are just a little bit pricey. And my kids are eating my dreams. So when you got to buy a lot of cereal for teenage boys who eat a lot of, and we're short people, and my kids still eat a lot.
Yeah.
Like, my God, we're going through, what, a gallon of milk a day?
Almost 1 gallon per day.
Yeah. Yeah. And the cereal just goes, just freaking gone, man.
And I'm still cooking meals.
And she's still cooking. Oh, my God. Oh. Hey, DCast. And make sure to come back Wednesday night on Twitch for my mixing stream. And, of course, we do session streams as well, which go really long, crazy long sometimes. These YouTube streams I usually keep to about an hour, which is actually coming up here pretty soon. But if you have any questions, that's what I'm here. Oh, put the link up for my Twitch.
Okay.
I'm going to have this ready for you next time, I swear. But yeah, the Twitch thing is cool, man. Like it's we go really long on those things. Sometimes maybe a little too long. I love this part here. All right, there. That's where I need to relate on that part. Does it again here. I go.
the table and passed a chair around. My brother on my left and all these children running round. My sisters talk of everything that's wrong and how to make it right. My daughter's running late, but these presents just can't wait here all night. But I know what my mom would say. I know you're only here for the day. It's good to have you with us, good to be together, good to be right here by your side. It's good to see you happy, good to see you healthy. It's good to have you home. It's good to be home. It's been too long. Good to be with you, good to be together, having the best day of my life. It's good to be happy, good to be healthy. It's good to be home. This year we can't go home for Christmas. I know my folks back home, yeah, they're gonna miss us. I'll be home for Christmas.
Well,
You see?
good question, Chris. I don't know. Why did I choose Ableton for this song? I was doing pre-production with this artist, and you can switch to the full
I
view.
did.
I was doing pre-production for the artist, and I got into Ableton because it's easier to kind of switch the timing around in case I wanted to speed it up or slow it down. It's not a great DAW for doing live stuff like this, but I got into it, and then he did a take live in Ableton, like actually the scratch vocals. That was so cool. I ended up keeping that song, and actually I'll open it up and play it. But so I kind of kept working on that one, and then I kind of kept adding more parts. Then once I got into it, I was like, I should have gone over to Pro Tools because there's way more editing on this. But you know, Jimmy, you got a question? Here, while you're formulating your question, I'm gonna play this song. This was the song that made me kind of stay in this DAW.
Red skies are dawning, they give sailors warning. I'll take my time, I know I'll be fine. And all these good mornings, the folks that were walking down my road, I I say hello. But the rain will fall on my soul. For those who don't know, always be thankful, always be nice, always remember to always think twice when you give your advice. And the rain, it falls on my soul. For those who don't know, sunset this evening, it shines through my curtains on the wall. And I watch it all. The phone rings from the neighbors saying thank you for the favors. Oh, not at all. Mention a thing. Oh, for those who don't know, always be thankful, always be nice, always remember to always think twice when you give your advice. And the sun, it shines through my soul. For those who don't know, that the sun will shine through your soul when you learn to let go.
Ah, nice song. And that was actually his scratch vocals, and just when we were working out the idea, and it's actually a lot of that, this vocal is going in his guitar mic because he was just sitting there. So sometimes the S-ing is a little weird, but I just really liked that take, and then I just overdubbed on top of that. So that was kind of the long answer to your question, Chris.
Jake wonders, do you have a MIDI controller you fancy? And if so, which one? Or are you just filling the notes in by hand? I just noticed the MIDI track above.
Oh, I'm using just using like a, what is this? Axiom? Oh, it's an M Audio keyboard. The reason I'm using this one here is because Stephen Perez gave it to me. It was free. I wish I had a good keyboard, and I wish I had a drum pad for programming drums that was like my MPC, because I just programmed the drums on that. But no, I play the stuff in, and then I'll go move notes around a little bit. So yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I've got about an hour now. If anybody's got any questions, I'm here to answer questions. Otherwise, I'm going, man. I'm going to get some work done. Oh,
Jim wants to know how you feel about improvising.
how do I feel about improvising? I mean, I'm all for it, man. I just wish I was better. I wish I could improvise a lot better. The thing about improvising is that you'd have to practice a lot, and I don't really like to practice that much. So, but man, I appreciate everybody coming around. I am going to go unless anybody's got a question, because that's what this is here for. Ask away. Otherwise, come on Wednesday. I'll be streaming. You won't be able to ask so many questions, although I think we are going to do a little Q&A in the middle of that one on Wednesday night. I'll do a little quick Q&A on that one. But if there's not any last-minute questions, I'm going to go get some dinner or something, some coffee, and then try to finish mixing the song tonight. Jimmy, of course, you'll be here on Wednesday. I appreciate everybody coming around and watching. There'll be more to come. Everybody take it easy. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.